Right now, the situation surrounding Nnamdi Kanu has taken another serious and surprising turn, and many Nigerians are watching closely to understand what this means for the country, for the legal system, and for the future of national unity. If you are just joining this conversation, make sure you like this video and subscribe to this channel so you do not miss any important updates as this story continues to unfold. As it stands, Kanu is serving a life sentence following his conviction by the Federal High Court in Abuja. The court found him guilty on terrorism-related charges after a long and highly publicized trial. Throughout the proceedings, the prosecution presented video materials and other exhibits arguing that his broadcasts and directives contributed to unrest in parts of the country. The defense team, on the other hand, strongly disagreed with the process and the interpretation of the law. If you are following this closely, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe, because we are breaking everything down in a simple and clear way. After the conviction, his legal team immediately moved to the Court of Appeal. They filed a notice of appeal challenging both the conviction and the sentence. They argue that there were legal and constitutional issues that must be reviewed. According to them, certain aspects of the trial did not properly reflect constitutional protections. This appeal is now a major focus because it may determine the next phase of this case. Remember to like this video and subscribe so you stay updated on every stage of the appeal process. In what has made this moment even more interesting is the recent public reaction from top voices connected to the movement he leads. The indigenous people of Biafra, known as IPOB, have openly called on the federal government to reconsider the life sentence. They are not asking through protest alone. They are also pushing through public statements, urging dialogue and review. This shift in tone is important. It suggests that there is now a louder call for legal and political engagement rather than confrontation. If you believe peaceful dialogue is important in national matters, like this video and subscribe to support informed discussions. At the same time, federal authorities have maintained that the judicial process must be respected. There has been no official indication that the conviction will be reversed outside the appeal system. Then the government's position, as reflected in court records and public communications, is that due process was followed and that the courts have spoken. This is where the tension lies. One side says justice must run its full course, while the other says justice must be reviewed for fairness. Please like this video and subscribe because understanding both sides is very important. Many observers say this case has now gone beyond one individual. It has become a national conversation about constitutional rights, national security, and political reconciliation. Some traditional and community leaders in the Southeast have spoken about the need for a political solution. They believe that beyond legal battles, there should be engagement that promotes unity and peace. Others insist that legal accountability must come first before any political steps are considered. Like this video and subscribe if you want more balanced updates without unnecessary noise. In simple terms, here is where things stand. Kanu remains in custody. His appeal is active. Supporters are calling for review. The government stands by the court decision. The judiciary is now the next major arena where this matter will be tested again. This is not a closed chapter. It is a developing story. Let us also look at the public mood. Across social media and community discussions, opinions are divided. Some Nigerians believe the conviction sends a strong message about national security and unity. Others believe that the situation could have been handled differently, perhaps through earlier dialogue. These conversations are happening in homes, offices, markets, and online platforms. The case has emotional weight for many citizens. If you appreciate balanced reporting, like this video and subscribe right now. Legal analysts point out that appeals in serious cases can take time. They involve detailed review of trial records, legal arguments, and constitutional interpretations. The Court of Appeal will not simply repeat the first trial. It will examine whether the law was properly applied. This means the next phase may be slower, but very important. Please like this video and subscribe so you do not miss any development. Another angle to consider is the international perception of Nigeria's legal system. High-profile cases often draw attention beyond the country's borders. Observers sometimes look at how due process is handled and how rights are protected. That is why many experts say this appeal will not only impact the individuals involved, but could also shape broader conversations about justice and governance. There is also the political dimension. Nigeria is a diverse nation with many ethnic and regional identities. Whenever a case touches on identity, self-determination, or national unity, it naturally becomes sensitive. Leaders must therefore balance firmness with fairness. Citizens are watching closely to see how institutions handle this balance. If you want continuous updates delivered in simple and clear English, like this video, and subscribe to this channel. Now let us talk about what could happen next. There are several possible outcomes. See, and the Court of Appeal could uphold the conviction and sentence. It could reduce the sentence. It could order a retrial, or it could overturn parts of the decision depending on its findings. Each of these outcomes would create a different reaction across the country. That is why this moment is so important. Supporters of Kanu are hopeful that the appeal will bring relief. They argue that certain legal points were not fully addressed during the trial. On the other hand, those who support the government's stance believe that the court already examined the evidence carefully. This is why the appeal stage is crucial. It will provide a structured legal review. Beyond the courtroom, many Nigerians are asking a larger question. Can political dialogues play a role in easing tensions? In other parts of the world, governments have sometimes combined legal processes with reconciliation efforts. Whether that path will be explored here remains to be seen. Like this video and subscribe if you believe peace and stability are important topics to follow. At this stage, it is important for everyone to stay calm and rely on verified information. Rumors often spread quickly in high-profile cases. It is always better to focus on official court updates and credible reports. That is what we are committed to bringing you here. So please like this video and subscribe so you can always receive accurate updates. This situation also highlights the power of institutions. Courts, executive authorities, and civic groups all have roles to play. How they interact in moments like this defines public trust. So I see many citizens are paying attention not only to the outcome, but also to the process. Transparency and fairness are key themes in the ongoing discussion. For everyday Nigerians, the most immediate concern is stability. People want to go about their business peacefully. They want economic growth, security, and opportunity. Any major legal case that attracts strong reactions must be handled carefully to maintain that stability. That is why leaders often speak cautiously on such matters. As we continue to watch events unfold, one thing is clear. This story is not ending anytime soon. The appeal process will move step by step. Statements may be issued. Legal teams will argue their positions. Supporters and critics will continue to voice their views. Through it all, the nation will keep observing. If you have followed me up to this point, please like this video and subscribe now. Your support helps us continue bringing detailed and clear explanations without confusion. The key takeaway is this. The case of Nnamdi Kanu has entered a new phase. The conviction stands for now, but the appeal brings fresh legal examination. Public voices are calling for review. Government authorities are standing by judicial process. The balance between justice and unity is at the center of the national conversation. There is still more to discuss about the possible political implications, the timeline of the appeal, and what experts are predicting behind the scenes.